3, 2, 1, and we are back in Canberra to do the Centenary Trail Section 4. It's 5 a.m. in the morning and it's going to be an overcast and cool day. As we pass through this sleepy city, we managed to get a fleeting but spectacular view of Dawn's Crack. That was well worth getting up for. Now that's Black Mountain in the distance, and we've been watching it get closer and closer as we've circumnavigated this city. Our last gift of the early morn was a beautiful rainbow. Good morning everybody. We're here in Hall to do section 4 of the Centenary Trail, and we're dropping our car here, and we've got a 20-kilometre day today roughly, and behind me in the park, I don't know if you can see them, but I've grabbed a photo. There's a couple of skippies having a nice morning feed, and yeah, as you've seen already on some of the footage, the weather's been a bit odd this morning, so we're hoping that we don't get rained on. But anyway, let's get going. Right, before we get going, firstly review here in the park in Hall. Female toilets, and there are beetles all over the floor and in the sink, which is a bit disgusting. Yeah, this toilet's not too bad, but the other one's a bit feral. Part of the loo review, and ironically, skippies are gone. Section 4 of the Centenary Trail takes you from Hall Village through Belconnen Town Centre, John Knight Park in Belconnen, the Gossan Hill Nature Reserve, past the Australian Institute of Sport, and then on to Black Mountain Nature Reserve, and it concludes at the base of Black Mountain. A couple of k's later we crossed the highway and headed towards Cockington Green and Gold Creek Village. Oh, hello number 1 fan. We also passed by the back of the Dinosaur Garden, which is an exhibit of the National Dinosaur Museum. 5 kilometres in, rather uninspiring walking, don't you think? We had to go around some construction, so we have to take this underpass to get back onto the trail. Ooh-wee! Echo! 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 I love tunnels. And then go left.
Left or right?
Isn't that left? So things to note, we hit a big piece of construction not too far from Belconnen, and so we had to take a little bit of a detour around that construction, which was pretty easy to navigate, but there were no signs, and we're probably about 4 k's I think from Belconnen now, still on the bike path. We've kind of lost the trail markers, but our apps and Garmin and everything is telling us that we're on the right track, so we'll carry on and head towards Black Mountain, and that is where we're going, to Black Mountain. So we will hook around and end up at the base of that today, and that will be the finish point. We're sort of nearing halfway now as we head into Belconnen. And this is Lake Ginninderra. Time for a coffee. And apparently number 1 fan thinks these are okay. These are my Exo Toes by Exo Skin, which I absolutely love, and it was nice to get my feet out of my shoes while we sat there by Lake Ginninderra for a little rest. It's a nice little spot here, John Knight Memorial Park. This park is 12 hectares and is on the shores of Lake Ginninderra. It was named after Senator John Knight, who was chairman of the Parliamentary Joint Committee on the ACT, and he played a major role in ensuring the preservation of much of the shores of Lake Ginninderra for public recreation. Trees were originally planted here in the 60s, and then the park was constructed in the 1980s. Okay, who wants to play a game? It's called Duck, Duck, Goose. Oh, they're baby swans. They're cygnets. Isn't that what a swan is called? There's baby swans. I've never seen a baby swan. Wow. See you later, birds. I'm not going to feed you. Well, we are heading up towards the AIS now, and the trail is kind of, it's not a footpath, it's just kind of a scrappy little path alongside the houses, between the houses and the road. So on we go, looking forward to seeing what the AIS looks like at least. Well, I don't know that we actually ever saw the AIS. Either we blinked and we missed it, or we took a wrong turn, though I'm fairly sure we didn't. I didn't notice anything particularly impressive. Anyway, fun fact, this piece of trail is known as a gossan, and it's an exposed ore deposit that is linked to the molten crust of the earth from 415 to 430 million years ago. The coloured ochres here were used by the Ngunnawal people as ceremonial pigment. And as we moved closer to Black Mountain, I started to feel quite excited. This is the first time today where I feel like we've been truly in Le Bush, and I must say we must be at least 13 kilometres in, maybe. It's all been urban so far. And it makes for easy walking, but I really hate sort of being near the traffic so much. There were some bright spots which I've shown you already, but anyway, we're still in the same area that we were before. And I just showed you the mineral deposit, and hopefully I've only got another, I don't know, maybe 4Ks, 5Ks to go. Anyway, we'll see. Onwards and upwards. I'm excited about getting to Black Mountain. Well, at least the base of it. We won't climb it till tomorrow. Footpath, nothing but boring footpath. I guess at least this next little section was away from the traffic somewhat. As we passed through this graffiti encrusted tunnel, I really started to reflect about what this trail was actually trying to be. It just felt like a mishmash of footpaths and bike paths, and whilst it was easy walking, I have to say it's been my least favourite so far, and I'm telling you this so that you know what to expect. Lots and lots of footpaths. This is tempting. They're everywhere. The last bit of the trail, a little single track. Look what's behind me. We are finishing up for the day, so let me see. Whoops. I'm at 18.4 kilometers now. We're not quite at the end, almost there, and we'll stop here and I will say goodbye for now, but I'll do some post-trail stuff as well because there's lots I need to tell you. And just like that, we have reached Black Mountain and the end of the trail. Then it was an Uber back to our car. Like long and prosper. We'll see you next time on section 5. Bye for now.